evaluate negative 18 plus negative 20 minus positive 16. This is understood to be positive 16 here. So the two operations are plus and minus. So if we use the PEMDAS, the parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, we have none of those. So we have both addition and subtraction. So we have it here, the addition and the subtraction here. The addition and the subtraction, that's plus, and the minus there. So we know the rules for addition. In this case, the rules for addition. The rules for addition is that if you have the same signs, in this case negative 18, negative 20, then you can add these two. You take the sum of their absolute values, 18 plus 20, and then what you would have is that's what, 38. It will be 38, but the sign of this 38, because these are all negatives, again, if they have look at this rule SS, if you have the same sign, then you take the sum and you adapt the sign common to them. So in this case it will be minus 38. Okay, so this is and 18 and 20, that's minus 38. So this portion here would be around 38, but there's a minus. So we're proceeding from left to right. So in effect you will have there minus 38, which is the result of these two, and then minus 16. Okay, minus 38 minus 16. Okay, how do we simplify that? This is understood to be plus 16. Okay, so that's a minus 16. Okay, so all right, so we have shown previously that these two items here result into minus 38, and so this will become minus 38 minus 16. So it will become minus 38 minus 16. So if we are going to, this is this thing here is a division. Sorry, this thing is a subtraction. So minus 38 minus 16, and since this is a subtraction, you follow this rule here. Change the operation sign to addition, so this becomes an addition now. It will be minus 38 plus, that's an addition. That takes care of that, and then change the sign of the number following the operation. So you change the sign, so this is actually positive 16 here, this is positive 16, so now you change it to minus 16. So following the second rule, change the sign of the number following the operation. So now we have an addition problem, which numbers have the same negative sign. So you follow the rules for addition here, and the rule for addition now will be Okay, the rule for addition will be here. So can you see that? So if we have the same sign, which is the same sign, in this case you have, you know, we have the same sign here. You have negative, and you also have negative now. So when you take the operation, the sum of these two, there's an addition. So we'll have negative 16 plus negative 38, sorry, negative 38 plus negative 16. So you will have there 54. That will be 54, the sum of the two absolute values. But this 54 will take the sign of the two items, the addends. Negative 38, negative 16, that's the rule. So it will be a negative 54. So if you can see that, this is negative 54 because of that rule. Okay, let's clean that up. Let's clean that up. So first we simplify this item here, which comes out to minus 38, and then since this is a subtraction here, so when you convert that here, it will become an addition. This is the rule of subtraction. Change the operation sign to addition, and that's what we have done. And then change the sign of the number following the operation. The sign of this number is originally positive 16, so change it now to negative 16. So negative 16. So minus 38 plus negative 16 equals 54, and that 54 carries the sign here of the negative 38 and the sign here of negative 16. Remember, this is now an addition, and we follow this rule. Same signs, you take the sum and you adapt the sign of the two addends. So negative, so this is negative here, negative 54. And that is our final answer using the rules here. Okay, so that's it. Let's try to do some checking. If you can do some checking here. Okay, another way of solving this, and let's see if we come out to the same result. This is here, this could be changed to minus 18, okay, plus minus 20 plus minus 16. Okay, so now because this is a subtraction, which actually allows us to change that number there from minus positive 16 to plus negative 16. So the operation has been changed to an addition, and then now we follow the rules of addition. So having simplified this, take a look, this is all addition. So the rule for addition is apply that rule, same signs, and then you take the sign of the numbers. All of the numbers here have negative signs now, negative. So using rule 1, you add all the absolute values, so that's 18 and 20 and 16 comes out to 54. Okay, but the sign, this is the absolute value. These are the absolute values, but the signs now, the sign of the sum is 54, and it will be negative because all the numbers here have negative numbers. Okay. All right. So in effect, the minus 18 plus minus 20 plus minus 16 equals minus 54. Remember, look at that absolute value there, 54, but the sign is negative, so this is a final answer. So that's our way of cross-checking also our work. Again, there are a few approaches, and it's up to you to determine which approach will work for you. But as you can see here, if you just go back to these rules, the rules for subtraction, the rules for addition, and the PEMDAS, you just keep this as your guide, then you will not get lost. Thank you, and see you in our next problem.